you please mute
Put me
him?
back in my cell. Put me back in my.
Welcome back to Cooked in Court. These are some moments where the criminal absolutely gets cooked in court by the judges. Here we go. This dude tried hitting on his own lawyer. That's why he gets blasted by the judge. I mean, why would you hit on someone that's trying to defend your case here?
Your attorney doesn't want to date you. So you need to respect your attorney. Your attorney knows all of your criminal history. Normally, women do not want to hang their star to somebody with criminal history. And when you are in a professional setting, you need to speak to that person professionally because that person holds your life in their hands in a way. Like maybe they don't want to represent you very well. Maybe it's, hey, this guy's hitting on me. He's all creepy. Maybe I should just let him go to jail. So the next attorney you get, speak to them professionally. There's none of this, hey, sexy, hey, baby, because they're not interested in you. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to allow your attorney to withdraw, and I'm going to appoint you a male attorney. If you want to say, hey, sexy baby to them, just see how that goes.
Oof, imagine being that down bad that you think that your lawyer would want you. I really hope he tries out with this male lawyer. This 18-year-old teen is accused of SAing some of the inmates in jail, including an autistic kid. I mean, this guy does not deserve to be out and see the lights of day.
How old are you?
18.
When are you going to get your life together? Because right now you're going downhill. No, it's not okay. You are going downhill. You're before me and you want me to give you 4 years for an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon when it really should be a sexual assault case because you want to do crazy things at the jail with inmates who are just trying to serve their time. And then you pick it on somebody, I read in here, who may be autistic. And then you're not even brave enough to do it yourself. You get other people to help you. And then you're saying someone told you to do it. And that's silly in and of itself. And now you're going to prison for 4 years. Do you want to be picked on at the prison and bullied at the prison and beat up at the prison and maybe at the prison? I don't wish that on you, but if that happens to you, then you need to be thinking about what you did to this person. You understand?
This guy claims he's late for court because he has insomnia. I mean, that's a pretty valid excuse.
All right. Why were you late for court?
I really don't got an excuse besides I got insomnia.
I'm sorry, what?
I really don't got an excuse, but I got insomnia.
He overslept, Judge. That's what he's saying.
All right. Here's the thing. You need to be on time for court. Otherwise, you know what's going to end up happening? Whether you're 20 or 18, guess what? We'll make sure that you come on time. If you're not on time, we'll know where you are. You know how we'll know that?
Got my address.
I'm sorry, what?
I said, y'all got my address.
No, because you'll be in Orange and we'll bring you over from the jail. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
How far did you go in school?
In school?
Yes.
To 10th grade.
All right. Why did you only go to the 10th grade?
I dropped out
Why?
because there was like a lot of drama.
All right. So let me explain to you about drama. Drama is you coming before the court and not addressing the court properly. Drama is using slang and not proper English coming before the court. So my advice is you probably want to get your GED so that you can get a job, because now it is hard to get good employment without at least a high school diploma. And even if you have a high school diploma, it's still hard. Guess what? People who go to college, and I'm not talking to people who go to college and they're getting a degree in philosophy, finding a job. I mean, people who are going to college, getting a degree in engineering, biology, they're all having a hard time finding employment. So you come along and you don't even have a 10th grade education and you're trying to get employment. It does not look good. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you employed?
I was employed.
So that's a no, right? You're not working?
No, ma'am.
So that means that your mom or somebody is supporting you, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you come back here on the 27th, you're going to come on time and you're going to address the court properly. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
What this guy needs is a new lawyer. Just the way his body language is and the way he's reacting is very passive aggressive. I don't like this lawyer. This rapper finds out his verdict after murdering 2 people. The judge asked the courtroom for there not to be any outbursts, only for there to be an outburst.
This is what I'm going to tell all the parties who are present in this courtroom. There's not to be any outbursts. If there's an outburst, what's going to end up happening is a deputy is going to tap you on the shoulder. That tap on the shoulder is meaning that you are to leave this courtroom and you will only be allowed back in this courtroom if you're going to be a witness. Does everyone understand?
I think everyone knows to be on their best behavior, Your Honor.
All right, if the defendant could please stand.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Tamar McIntyre, not guilty of the offense of capital murder. Excuse me, no. No, out of the courtroom. Out of the courtroom now. As you can tell, people are invested, correct? So it says, we, the jury, find the defendant, Tamar McIntyre, not guilty of the offense of capital murder as charged in the indictment. We, the jury, find the defendant, Tamar McIntyre, guilty of the lesser included offense of murder.
Well, damn, looks like he celebrated way too early. He's still gonna be in prison for a long time. This judge kicks out the defendant's son because she thinks that he's using him for sympathy.
Who is this young person here in the courtroom?
That's my son.
All right, why are people bringing children down here when he should be in school? Is school out? Is this an excuse day for him to come down and see this person be sentenced? Is he missing math? Is he missing science? Why is he here? Why would you bring your child down here to see him be sentenced for committing a crime that your son should not even be around because he's committed a crime, and according to the police report, he's a gang member? This is somebody that you think is the great person to put in your children's life. I don't understand that. Why are people just staring at me like I'm saying something that is unheard of? And you should have told him, don't come down here. You need to be in school. When you're out of custody, spend time with your children instead of just having them show up and want to be in their life when you're in court and you need them for sympathy. So he can step out of the courtroom. Thank you.
This guy has an insane outburst and proves to the judge why he should not be let out of prison.
The disorderly that we just talked about. Mr. Spencer, I need you to remain quiet, okay? So we don't muddy up our record.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you could hear everything I said.
I think it goes to show that if I were to let him out, we're probably going to be right back to where we are again. So
No, Your Honor, I would be in Kellam.
Mr. Spencer, please, it's my turn to talk now. Because of that, I do find that he is a threat. He's also a flight risk given his failure to appears. I know previously.
This is
Jail, will you please mute
Put me
him?
back in my cell. Put me back in my cell.
Bond will be continued at the $500 set over the weekend. He's to appear as ordered to keep his contact information current.
This random cop gets accused of tasing innocent people. The judge locks him in a chokehold as he dances around because he's so nervous.
All of the complainants in this case remember you as tasing them. That's why you're here. So who tased you?
Improper training. It was Deputy Chavez.
No. Not in training, because you were not tasing people in training. I know that sometimes, and I don't know if it's still the case, I think it's not the case, they would tase officers in training so they would know this is the voltage of the taser, this is how it feels. Much like in the military when they release the gas, so you'll know how to wear your mask properly. No, I'm talking about who tased you improperly, because that's why we're here. You're saying people hazed you, so you're just hazing people. So who are these people who tased you when you were not in training?
Your Honor, I do not know the names.
All right. So who else is tasing people at the jail and tasing cadets other than you? Because that's what you're telling people. You're telling me, you're telling the states, you're telling the attorney that there's tasing happening at the jail. I'm sure those cadets don't want to be tased if it's not in training. So who are these other people who are tasing cadets? We want to know. So tell me who they are. Do you need to sit in the box while you think of the names of the people?
Mr. Randall.
Can you remember any names at all?
I cannot remember any names.
Is there any reason why are you not intentionally not remembering names, correct?
No, I
Because he's a liar. The way he's shaking his hips is just so obvious that he doesn't know what he's saying.
don't remember.
Oh, I mean, if you want to sit in the box and think about the names, because you can't just throw around people are being tased at the jail by other people, and then that's it. Who are these people who are tasing people? There's nothing worse. Well, there may be other things that are worse than people who say, well, I heard. But you're not saying I heard.
Yes, ma'am.
You're saying, oh, now you're changing it to I heard.
I haven't seen someone get tased. I've heard stories of people getting tased, and I just ran with that.
Oh, so he's never seen anybody tased. So now he's not just continuing the hazing that happened to him. It's just tasing people. Your unborn child, is this going to be a girl or a boy?
He's 4 months old. He's a boy, yes, ma'am.
4 months old. So what if he decides to be a cadet at the jail and somebody like you, who's 6'10", however much you weigh, is tasing him?
I would be unhappy with that.
No, you would be livid. You would try to kill the guy. So the hypocrisy is real.
And I'm going to give you a conviction. All right, court is going to sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility, suspended and probated.